Today we discuss about work, power and energy. So in this chapter, some important subtopic are there, that is dot product. Okay, so today we discuss about what is dot product and what what are their properties of dot product and examples of dot product. So now we discuss about dot product. What is dot product? Dot product is defined as the product of magnitude of two vectors and cosine angle between them. Okay, so now here p bar and q bar are the two vectors, then it's defined as dot product of p bar and q bar is p bar dot q bar equal to modulus of p bar and modulus of q bar into cos theta. So here p bar and p bar dot q bar is defined as the product of the magnitudes of the two vectors and cosine angle between them. So here p bar and q bar are the two vectors. So here this is the p bar and q bar, this is the q bar. So here the angle between p bar and q bar are, that is the theta. So here q bar is making an angle theta with the p bar. So here q bar is resolved into two components. So one of the component, that is qx. Here qx is horizontal component of q bar along direction of p bar, and another one is q sin theta. Q sin theta, it means qy. So here q sin theta is the another component of the q bar. So here q sin theta is the vertical component of q bar along the direction of y-axis. So in this situation, the dot product of p bar and q bar is equal to product of the magnitudes of the two vectors. So here this is the p and q cos theta. So another definition is the dot product of any two vectors is equal to product of the magnitude of the one vector and another component of the second vector, So here p bar dot q bar equal to pq cos theta. So now we discuss about what are the properties of dot product. First of all, properties of dot product. So in this case, first property is dot product obeys commutative law. It means here p bar and q bar are the two vectors. P bar dot q bar is equal to q bar dot p bar. It means P bar dot Q bar means PQ cos theta is equal to Q bar dot P bar means QP cos theta. So these are equal. So dot product obeys commutative law. So next property is dot product obeys distributive law. Dot product obeys distributive law. So in this case, P bar dot Q bar plus R bar. So here P bar and Q bar and R bar are the three vectors. So therefore P bar dot Q bar plus R bar equal to P bar dot Q bar plus P bar dot R bar. So the dot product is obeys distributive law. Next property is the dot product of any two parallel vectors is maximum. The dot product of any two parallel vectors is maximum. So here P bar and Q bar are the two parallel vectors. So this one. So in the case of parallel vectors, the angle between the two vectors is 0 degrees. So therefore the dot product of P bar and Q bar is equal to PQ cos 0. You know that cos 0 equal to 1. So therefore its value is 1 into PQ, that is the PQ. So the dot product of any two parallel vectors is maximum value. Now another property, the dot product of any two anti-parallel vectors is negative. The dot product of any two anti-parallel vectors is negative. So here P bar and Q bar are the two vectors. So this is the P bar, this is the Q bar. So the angle between the any two anti-parallel vectors, here theta equal to 180 degrees. Theta equal to 180 degrees. So therefore P bar dot Q bar equal to PQ cos 180. So here cos 180 is minus 1. So minus 1 into PQ, that is the minus PQ. So the dot product of any two anti-parallel vectors is negative. Next property is the dot product of any two perpendicular vectors is 0. Next property is property number 5. The dot product of any two perpendicular vectors is 0. So in this case, so here this is the P bar and this is the Q bar. So here P bar and Q bar are the two perpendicular vectors. Then angle between two vectors is 90 degrees. So therefore P bar dot Q bar is equal to PQ cos 90. We know that cos 90 value is 0. So 0 into PQ 0. So therefore the dot product of any two perpendicular vectors is 0. Okay. Next property is orthogonal vector of dot product. Orthogonal vectors of dot product. So here orthogonal vectors means so these are the orthogonal vectors. So here I cap is the unit vector along the direction of x-axis. J cap is the unit vector along the direction of y-axis, and k cap is the one of the unit vector along the direction of z-axis. So these are the orthogonal vectors. So in the case of orthogonal unit vectors, the dot product is, so here in this case I cap dot I cap is equal to j cap dot j cap equal to k cap dot k cap equal to 1. Why? So here one of the example, I cap dot I cap. You know that definition of dot product, the product of the magnitudes of the two vectors. So here I cap, magnitude of I cap, another vector also I cap, magnitude of I cap, and angle between them, cosine angle between them. So here I cap and I cap are the passing through the same axis. So these are the parallel vectors. So here angle between the two I caps is 0 degrees. So therefore cos 0. So here cos 0 means 1. So the magnitude of I cap, so it is a unit vector. The in the case of magnitude of unit vector is 1. So therefore 1 into 1. So it is a 1. Okay. Next one, I cap dot j cap dot k cap dot I cap is equal to 0. Why? So in this case I cap dot j cap. So here I cap along the x-axis, j cap along the y-axis. So these are the perpendicular vectors, mutually perpendicular vectors. We know that the dot product of any two perpendicular vectors is 0. So therefore, okay. Next one is, next property is component of P bar along Q bar is P cos theta is equal to P bar dot Q bar by Q. So in this case, this is the Q bar, this is the P bar. The angle between P bar and Q bar are theta. So here P bar is resolved into two components. This is P sin theta, it is a vertical component of P bar, and this is the P cos theta. Here P cos theta is the horizontal component of P bar along direction of Q bar. So therefore, in this case, component of P bar along Q bar is, so this is the P cos theta. We can find out the P cos theta equal to P bar dot Q bar by Q. So next one is next property, property number 8, that is component of Q bar along P bar is given by so here Q cos theta equal to P bar dot Q bar by P. So in this case, this is the P bar, this is the Q bar. Here Q bar is making an angle theta with the P bar. So here Q bar is resolved into two components. So this is the Q sin theta along the direction of y-axis. This is the vertical component of Q bar, and Q cos theta is the horizontal component of Q bar along the direction of P bar. So therefore Q cos theta equal to, here Q cos theta is the one of the component of Q bar is along the direction of P bar. Therefore Q cos theta equal to P bar dot Q bar by magnitude of P bar. Okay. Next property is property number 9. Property number 9, that is self dot product. So here P bar is the one of the vector. So then the dot product of the same vector, that means P bar dot P bar equal to P square, because of magnitude of P bar into magnitude of P bar into cos 0 degrees. That means here P bar and another P bar are also moving in same direction. These are the parallel vectors. The angle between any two parallel vectors is 0. So therefore cos 0 equal to 1. So that is the P square. So therefore P equal to root over P bar dot P bar. So this is the self dot product. Next property, property number 10. Angle between any two vectors. So by using the dot product to determine the angle between any two vectors. So here P bar and Q bar are the two vectors. The dot product of P bar and Q bar is PQ cos theta. So therefore the angle between two vectors P bar and Q bar is cos theta is equal to P bar dot Q bar by P into Q. Here P is the magnitude of P bar, Q is the magnitude of Q bar. So therefore the angle between P bar and Q bar is cos theta equal to P bar dot Q bar by PQ. Next property, property number 11. Dot product in terms of rectangular components. So here P bar and Q bar are the two vectors. Here P bar along the direction of x, y, z plane. That means here P bar is moving in three-dimensional plane. So therefore Px I cap plus Py j cap plus Pz k cap. So here Px is the x component of P bar. So here Py is the y component of P bar. Here Pz is the z component of P bar. So another vector also moving in three-dimensional plane, that means q bar equal to qx I cap plus qy j cap plus qz k cap. So therefore the dot product of p bar and q bar is, in this situation, so px I cap dot qx I cap. So that means px qx into I cap dot I cap plus py qy into j cap dot j cap plus pz qz into k cap dot k cap. We know that the dot product of orthogonal unit vectors I cap dot I cap is 1 and j cap dot j cap is 1. So k cap dot k cap is 1. So therefore p bar dot q bar equal to px qx plus py qy plus pz qz. So in this situation, the dot product of any two vectors, it gives scalar. So here px and qx, it is one of the number. Qy and py and qy, it is one of the number. Pz and qz, it is one of the number. So the sum of the three numbers, it gives one number. So number means it's a component, means it is a scalar. So the dot product of any two vectors, it gives not a vector, it's a scalar. Scalar means a physical quantity having only magnitude but not direction is called as scalar. Okay. Now we discuss about examples of dot product. Examples of dot product. Okay, examples of dot product. So that is the first example is the dot product of force and displacement vectors gives work done. So here work done is the scalar. So in this situation, Fs cos theta is equal to W. Here W is the work done. So here force and displacement. So these are the two vectors. So the dot product of two vectors, it gives one scalar. That scalar is work done. Next, example number 2. The dot product of force and velocity vector gives power. So here power is a scalar component. So here in this case Fv cos theta is equal to P. So here force and velocity are the two vectors. The dot product of two vectors, it gives one scalar. Here power is a scalar. Okay. Next, example number 3. So that is the dot product of electric field intensity and area vector gives electric flux. So here electric flux is a one of the scalar. So in this situation, E bar dot A bar, here E bar is the electric field intensity. It is also a vector. Its direction is along the direction of the electric field. So therefore E bar dot A bar EA cos theta is equal to phi E. Here phi E is the electric flux. So here electric flux is a scalar. So here E bar and A bar are the two vectors. So next example is the dot product of magnetic field, induction and area vector. It gives magnetic flux. It gives magnetic flux. So therefore BA cos theta is equal to phi B. So here B and A are the two vectors. The dot product of B and A, it gives one scalar, that is the magnetic flux. So these are the important examples of dot product. Okay, thank you.